Okay, let me start all over. Okay, so I think it's recording now. Okay. All right. So that means if you're starting with $250, is an equivalent of 100,000 naira because a lot of people get to think or get themselves confused at this point. We also make sure that this 400 naira, which is our rate, is a flat rate. What I mean by that is that if you are also making withdrawals, we also work with 400 naira per dollar for your withdrawals. So it's a win-win situation on both ends. So you don't have to lose any money to any transaction fees or maybe withdrawal, whatever. You don't lose any money to that. So you always have that intact. So we have a fixed rate of 400 naira. So if you're starting with 2499, that will be an equivalent of times 400, which will be 999, 600,000 naira. So if you're starting with 25, that will be an equivalent of a million naira. If I'm correct. Good. If you are starting with $5,000, $5,000, that will be an equivalent of 2 million naira. Yeah, correct. So if you are investing between 25 to 499, you get 15% paid to you every month, credited to your back office. You also then have access to make withdrawals every month, and we make sure that we process all withdrawals within 24 to 72 hours maximum. Most of the times we've been under 24 hours. You can ask people that have been getting paid in the group. They will tell you, you've been seeing several testimonies already in the group, so you will see them right there in the group. So we pay within 24 to 72 hours once you make your withdrawals. And if you're investing from $5,000 or more and above, you get 20% monthly paid to you. So that's very, very easy for everybody to understand. We have all these details right here on our website, so you can always go back to it part time to share with your friends and colleagues that possibly want to invest in B2 Consult. We then also have an affiliate structure for those that are network marketing professionals, people who also want to make side incomes for themselves. I think this week we celebrated the very first person that hit this rank of supervisor this week. She is a silent worker. Call her Big Mommy Bitsu. The silent worker. She has been breaking all the ranks so far, so good. But I'm not going to be because of that start talking down our men. Yes, I know our men are doing well. What a woman can do, the men can do better. So I'm going to be seeing. I expect to see a lot of actions this week from our men, picking up, ensuring that they are pushing the brand, everywhere with their efforts, with all we can do within us power. This is a company you can call your own. It's indigenous. Every one of our trading activities is managed by us here. The website development and everything is handled right here in Nigeria. So we are not doing any foreign thing that a lot of us have had bitter experiences with all these foreign programs that just come here to steal off our money, and at the end of the day it will just be the same cycle. We will run it for 2 3 months to disappear. No, no, no. We've been running consistently for over 6 months now, and we are going to be here for a very long time. But next 5 10 years, 20 years, if I want to build a brand, we want to have like a standing name that everywhere you hear B2 Consults, everybody knows that they stand for trust, we stand for transparency, and we stand for security of our investments of our investors' funds. That's what we want to do, and by God's grace, we are going to get to that point. And so, let me just briefly explain the affiliate plans we have. It's very simple. It's nothing so complex. The first part of it is the B2 affiliate program, which is the uni level bonus. How that works is that for every person you refer, they register directly using your own link, and the person does an investment. You get 5% of whatever that person pays or whatever that person invests. For example, if you invest, or if you bring in somebody who does a 2 million, which is an equivalent of $5,000, you are going to be getting paid 5% of that directly to your back office, and you can then do withdrawals of it for yourself, or you can use it to buy a package. That's for that. If this person now on this first level also refers somebody, which is not likely going to be your own level two, if you're going to get 1%, and that goes down for 5 levels. So you just 5 levels: one, two, three, four, five. First level 5%, from level 2 to 5, you get 1% of your direct referrals. Your referrals, that means your now become your indirect referrals. You get paid 1% down that line and stuff like that. So we've been seeing several of existing investors, old-time investors that have been maximizing this opportunity also to build, their B2 consult business. And the second part of it is the bump rank and leadership bonus. This is where we have these rankings categories: the team leader, the manager, the supervisor, the CEO, the director, the vice president, and the president. The first level, which is the team leader, is once you have a personal sales of $500 plus a total team sales of $2,500, you get a Samsung phone that is worth $100. Majorly, it's a Samsung A2 phone you're going to be getting. Once you cross over and your personal sales increases to 2005, that means people that directly registers under you, they've invested 2005, and whether directly or indirectly, you have like a total of 12,005 team sales. You get a cash award of $3,000 also from B2 Consult. To become a supervisor, you have a 5,000 personal sales directly under you and 35,000 team sales. You get a brand new HP Envy 17 laptop and a 4G modem, sent to you. Once you become a CEO with a 20,000 personal sales and $80,000 team sales, you get an iPhone X from us plus a $1,000 cash. I think this week we might likely be having somebody get to the CEO status. And if you get to this level of being a director, wherein you have a total personal sales of $50,000 and $150,000 total team sales, you get a cash award of 1,005 and an all expense paid trip to Dubai. You become a vice president whereby having a personal sales of $100,000 and total team sales of $300,000. You get a car fund award of $10,000. You send you by cash, or you can get the car directly bought for you by the company. And if you then finally become the president, getting to this rank of the president, that means you brought in a personal sales of $200,000 plus a total team sales of $800,000. You get a house fund of $50,000. That is the maximum you can actually get in B2 Consult. All this, just like I said, we factored it in place during the course of design of our comp plan. Mathematically, we've scrutinized it, we've checked it all to make sure that it's not going to affect us in any way. So basically, that's just the summary of what we do in B2 Consult. And some people will also most times want to ask that, how do you people, are you sure, you people, how can we prove that you guys are registered? We have a certificate of registration here, which shows the date we registered. We registered on 28th day of March 2019. B2 Consult is directly registered with CAC. As you can see here on the screen, is a certificate of registration. Of recent, we just did a SCUML or SCUM. I'm going to get there, but on our memorandum of association also, too, as you can see here, B2 Consult, as one of its objectives, is to carry on business as a trade and investment company. Let me just enlarge this because people want to be sure that we are licensed to do, or we are registered to do what we are doing. Yes, we have on our memorandum of understanding, we can carry out business as a trade and investment company, and for that purpose, establish company and also associations for the prosecution or execution of the King's Works project, enterprises of any description, whether of a public or private nature or character in Nigeria or elsewhere, and to acquire, dispose of shares, interests in such companies or association in any other company or association we don't. So you can see we have all this in place, ensuring that we have this. So with these, we're able to apply for, the SCUML, which is the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering SCUM Certificate of Registration, which was given to us also last week. We applied for it in May, and we're giving just last week, June 11, which we also celebrated with, was it last week? I think it was Upper Week, yes, which we also celebrated with everybody on our WhatsApp group. So these are original certificates. I just did like a scan copy of them so that we can all see the names for those that are being in doubt whether we have it certified. We are also pressing for some other application or some other certifications and approvals. As our liquidity volume increases, we also have that's when we can apply for that. So that's why we are trying to see how we can do to ensure that we push this and have everybody being a part of us so that we can have good funds to actually apply for the other ones. We need to have SEC, we need to have NDIC and all that. But for you to be able to apply for that, legally you need to have, some liquidity, which has to do with capital base and all that, which we are not yet there. But I know steady, slow and steady, we build it up, and slow and steady, we are going to get there. So, but what we have now covers us for what we are doing. That's why we can boldly go out to do what we do. So I just want to just stop there tonight so that I can just take questions, advice, suggestions from everybody that's here tonight, and we can wrap up within the next 20 minutes. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's meeting. So if you have any question to ask, we are not clear with my brief summary of what B2 is, or you have just any question, just raise up your hand. I'm going to unmute you and you can ask, or you can also use the chat box to type in your question, and I'll also be here for the next 20 minutes to also provide answers to it. Thank you so much for listening to. For those that joined late, don't worry, we recorded it, so you can always still watch the recording, and we'll be fine. Okay. HHR iPhone, please, can you just introduce yourself, maybe your name, because on this your
Okay.
attendee screen we can't see your name. Can you hear me?
Okay, my name is, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, my name is Meme, and I have a question. I came across B2 Consult through a group. I wanted to clarify because the information I got on the group is different from the information I got, when I went to do my due diligence to check on your site. I did a live chat to someone on the site, and the information I got was different.
Okay, please.
So I wanted to be clear because it seemed like B2 is with a partnership with another organization that is also promoting the company. It's on a Telegram group.
Okay.
With Temi Ajibewa. So I wasn't clear because the returns on that group is different from the returns on your website. I wanted to be of what's the partnership between the two companies.
Okay.
B2 and Services Investment also. I'm not quite sure what the connection is.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Let me just go all over it again. I think I talked briefly about it during the introduction or the commencement of this meeting. B2 Consult is actually in partnership with Forex Binary Trading Mentorship platform, which is FBTM. FBTM is actually an educational platform where interested members, whether investors or traders, are adequately trained on how the FX market works, how you can start trading yourself, how you can master the trading, and paramountly, we also, FBTM actually has what we call a signal provision room, because as B2 also too, on our own part as traders for B2, we also use some of their signals also to do some of our trades. So that's why we have been in partnership with them since, I think it's way over 5 months now. Even before the commencement of the website, we've been trading with them. We also have some of our funds that we spread out to some of the traders there with FBTM, which they trade with also for us. So alongside also traders of B2. So it's like a partnership deal between both of us. So they are based in Abuja. The B2 office also too is also here in Lagos and Abuja too. So we actually have a partnership deals with them. So aside that too, because it will not be easy for us managing both investment and also doing the education, FBTM strictly manages our educational platform section. So what they do there is that if you join the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group for B2 Academy, if you click on that B2 Academy, you're going to be landing in a group where you then need to specify which section you want to belong in. The first section is the VIP subscriber group, which is like a $70 per month payment. What they do there is that there's always like a 2-time seminar training about Forex, how you can open your broker account, how you can fund it, how you can spot out trades yourself, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, how to use those features to trade Forex markets yourself. And aside that too, because it won't be good to just teach you things and not practically demonstrate it, they also have like an earning platform too, whereby as you subscribe with that $70, you'll be getting our trading signals, the ones we use to trade ourselves. The one we trade with ourselves, we also be making you. It's going to be open to you to see, to use it also to trade on your own personal broker account. So like you can just fund like maybe $100 or $200 on your broker account. So as you are learning, getting used to the training, forex market, and all that, you can also be trading with those signals to also grow your personal account. So that's why you can see that percentage on that might be different for what we offer on the website. The one on the website is between 10 to 20%, while the one, if you personally trade for yourself, you could be making up to 30%, 50% yourself, trading yourself using the signals. But because we are managing a large chunk of money that's on the investment part of it, we can't start telling you we are paying 30% because we also need to have what we call reserve funds too, just in case there's a drawdown in a month. You understand? Unlike if it's like your personal one. So that's why we don't go past 20% for the investment part, so that we won't have any reason to start telling anybody that, oh, we couldn't pay this month and all that. So even if we make 30%, 40%, we'll always keep some just for days or months when the market might not move as we expect. So we won't want to be giving an investor story at such point. So that's why we limited it to the maximum of that 20% on the investment part. I hope this clarifies it now. I hope you are clear now.
Well, partly, but that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
I say partly.
Okay.
Clarify what I want on something.
Okay. All right. No problem. If you still need any other clarity, you could just chat me personally on WhatsApp. Or there any link on the WhatsApp group too. So you could just.
Okay, I will. I will. I'll chat you personally.
All right. No problem. Thank you so much.
All right.
Mr. Ade, I think I've also answered it along the line with this explanation I did. You can use any broker you like. We don't disclose our own broker for security reasons on the public forum, because these are recordings is going to be uploaded on YouTube. So you can definitely use any broker you like. IQ Options, Trading Waves, Traders Wave, TradeView Forex, a lot of different brokers. But if you join the group and you decide to be part of the academy, you'll get some of those ones we use regularly. All right, let me still take more questions. All right, more questions. More questions. I'm still waiting. Yes, both Forex and binary, but our core strength is on Forex. Like we do 90% Forex, just maybe 5 or 10% of binary options. Yes. Forex is still more relaxed, unlike options. Options is a two-way thing. It's either you buy or sell. So if you're going for a buy selection on options and maybe just like a few seconds to go, the market just picks, might lose whatever stake you have on it. So that's why we dwell more on forex, because we can be in trade for like days, weeks, and finally goes in our favor and we make profits. Unlike options that is just time based, maybe 1 hour, end of the day, 24 hours. I think most of them is only between 24 to a week maximum and stuff like that. So that's why we major more on forex than on binary options. Okay. Okay. For timelines for achieving each rank on the compensation plan, do you start afresh to get the personal sales and team sales for the next rank? No. Okay. Let me just explain that section again. We don't have any timeline because you could achieve that in a day. You can achieve every of these rank bonus in a day, in a week. It all depends on how active you are and active your team is. For example, the first rank level is the team leader, which means that personally you should have referred people that registered with your link directly that have invested a total of $500. If they also too decide to refer to and you have a total team sales like indirect plus direct equals to 25, you automatically become a team leader. Let me also re-explain this too, because I've also had people that said, okay, does it mean that would then my referrals need to refer? No, you could have just one personal direct referral that invested 2005. Automatically, it's going to count for you as your personal sales and also as your team sales. So team sales is a total of both your personal sales and your indirect referrals, like your referrals are referring themselves, gives you the total for your team sales. So note that it's both personal and indirect. So that means your personal also too can count for your total team sales. So if you have someone who just invests 2005, automatically it qualifies you to be a team leader and also to get the bonus, which is a Samsung A2 phone. And that automatically also fills your personal sales volume for this next rank, which is manager rank. So that means you just need like $10,000 more, whether directly or indirectly, to make up this 12.5 for you to qualify as a manager. So what I'm saying is that, let's say you possibly want to break all the ranks now. You want to just get all the bonus, both from team leader to manager, supervisor, CEO, director, vice president, president. All you just need to do is just have just only one direct referral that invests $1 million and you have cleared all the bonuses. It's as simple as that. So just personal sales. So your personal sales counts as part of your team sales. Also to your referrals, their investment packages they buy also counts for that your total team sales volume. So we don't have any timeline for this. You can achieve this anytime. Like the mommy we're talking about in our WhatsApp group that we're congratulating the other day, she achieved this under 2 weeks. She got to supervise under 2 weeks. She had people that just invested directly under her, and they bought packages getting close to $35,000 under 2 weeks. And instantly she got to the stage of supervisor. In fact, she has gotten most of all her awards sent to her. The HP reward is going to be getting to her this month end. Most likely by this weekend, we're going to be doing that presentation to her by this next weekend. She's based in Abuja there. So we're going to be doing all that. So you could achieve all these within a very short period of time. There's no timeline. We don't have any deadline for anybody. We don't do PV like every the conventional MLM market structure and all that. So no timelines. You have all the freedom to achieve the rank as you can work, as you can spread, as you can build. It's all dependent on you. Thank you. Let me see if we still have anybody who wants to ask question. Okay, I can see Pastor Kenny too joining us. Welcome, Pastor Kenny from Ghana. Okay, let me unmute him. I guess he's doing some other things. Okay, let me still check. No, that is the maximum. And once you get to the president, that's the maximum we can do. Don't forget, I told you our focus is on sustainability, and our focus is on making sure that the investment part works for everybody. So we only added the affiliate to just at least incentivize some of our affiliates or some of the people that have been with us for over 6 months. So at least encourage them to help us build together so that we can eat where we want to get to fast. So once you get to the president level, sorry, that's the highest we can go. At the highest you can go, then all you just need to do is to be getting your investment return from your investment package. And I think that does it out. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Pat. Oh, Mr. Pat is here. Let me allow him talk. Let me unmute my other boss, Mr. Pat. Any lines from you? Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I think his audio is having some issue there. Let me just. Okay. Wow, I think we had some people joining late. Okay, no problem. This meeting was recorded and we do post it on our YouTube channel. I'm going to be dropping the link at the end of this meeting also too in our WhatsApp group, so you can always watch it and get back to your inviter or whoever invited you to this meeting to possibly register afterwards. You can also chat any one of us up on the WhatsApp group. You can also ask your question right there in the WhatsApp group. We are always available to make sure we, provide the best support you could ever need in making sure that you build your business very well in B2, and we also do our part to ensure that everything that we promised on the website, we fulfill it. I know with God on our side, this sky is just the beginning point. We have a great future ahead of us. And I know also with your support, with your prayers for us, just like we've been hearing, a lot of people have been so happy with BT so far. Those that have been with us for over 6 months now have been praying for us, helping us to get things done the right way, giving us the best of advices. We are open to all. We want to make sure that B2 becomes a game changer and also a standard for heavy investment around the world. And that is our mandate, that is our vision. I will ensure we stick to it. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. We also do that on YouTube. No problem. All right. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Our meeting is always for 1 hour because we understand that we have people with us here that are workers and they will need to start preparing for Monday work. So I want to call it a day right here. Thank you so much for coming. Next week, Sunday, is also going to be another time out to chat, to communicate, to get a summary of what B2 Consult is all about. So feel free. please let's ensure we also invite some of our prospects to be part of this meeting, because it's also going to help to boost their, confidence and trust in V2. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's meeting. By God's grace, we'll have another time again next week, Sunday. We also do have our offline seminar at our office at Egbeda, Lagos. Yesterday, I think we just had 1 or 2 persons attending. It's also a good forum to have some offline meetings. So please, if you're also chanced, you can also be a part of our offline meetings. The venue is at our Lagos office address right here on the website, 52 Egbeda Idimoro, opposite Olugbede Market or their bus stop. So you could call any of these numbers in case you need to locate the place and you couldn't get the place. Just reach out to us and we'll be ready to guide you through on how to locate the place. Thank you so much and have a great week ahead. See you next week.